Hello everyone, it's Red with RedDragonLeo.com. It is Tuesday, the 14th of June. Okay, it looks like we have started our bounce, and as you can clearly see here on the daily chart, we are starting to curl back up, but I don't think it will go more than just a few days. If it pops one above there, it won't be very much, I don't think, before it rolls back down. I really am inclined to think that tomorrow will be a slightly down day, more of a pause type day, or doji, spinning top kind of pattern. And then I think that they are going to fool the people on Thursday and actually have a move up early on in the morning, and then sell off a little bit on Friday. I'm not looking for a crash this Friday because it's OPEX. So, yeah, I'm thinking after Thursday it's going to trade slightly down, but not like a big move down. I don't see that coming just yet. I could be surprised on that, but I really think that we need a few more days, up and like an ABC move to get this thing out of the buried condition that it's in right now. So you would almost expect it to come up here, 1 day, 2 days, and then one more day above it, and then maybe roll back down, or maybe not even make it up to that point. But more on a basis of where I'm expecting it to hit before it rolls back over is probably in this 1300 to 1310 area. If it was to actually get up to hit that area in 1-2 days, these lines right here would almost cross. That one's at 1326, this is at 1317. I think that's probably a little bit too high for the market to bounce that high up right now, but it is pretty oversold, even on a daily basis. I mean, look at where it's at here on a daily basis. It is trying to curl back up. It's down here at -15 to -10 range. It's buried below the 20, on both the full stochastic. It's made 1, 2, 3 attempts. Now, it hasn't put in a positive divergence. That tells you that there still will be a lower low at some point. And you would expect it to be more like this right here, to put in some type of positive divergence, as this, you could draw a line there, and the market did indeed rally up. But the same thing here, slight upward positive divergence. We don't really have that yet, so that's why you can have one more down move. That's if I'm looking at this right and looking at these three lower ones. I'd actually like to see it kind of go up, roll back down, put in a lower high than this one. If you see what I'm saying, just go up, turn back down, then go back up. Same thing here, to kind of give it, and that little move down would be another leg down. So, whether or not we have that or not, to get that positive divergence, I'm not sure yet. But I think there's more selling coming. I think the max we can get to is this area right here, this 1310 to 1320 area. It's the max that we can get to. Whether or not we get there this Friday is another story. It might be Monday or Tuesday of next week. It'll take 5 days to get there, and so that could really, that could put us up here at 2 or 3 days above zero, maybe, possibly. It's possible. So if this whole move down was a wave 1, then you'd expect a wave 2 to go back up to this point and then to sell back off. And of course, if it takes 3 or 4 days, 5 days to get to that point, that right there will be a necktie of resistance, plus this center dotted line is the center of the channel, and it's also some resistance as well. So we've got that as resistance. Looking at it here on a 60-minute chart, this is possible as well. This is not my drawing. But this is a possible scenario that we only go up here and only hit maybe 13.05. That's possible. And I'm leaning actually to think we're going to go up here a little bit higher, maybe 13.10, and tag this this area right here and can't get through that area there. That'd be more inclined to what I would think. Now, if it took a few more days, it could go on up here 13.20, draw this line on out lower. If it took 2 or 3 days to get there, into next week, like into Monday of next week, and then that's it. But as far as tomorrow, you can clearly see the 60-minute chart is overbought here on the histogram towers, but not yet on the MACD. It's just now crossing zero, and we do have positive divergence. So you would kind of expect this to dip down here tomorrow and probably come down a little bit right here, and maybe put in an inverse head and shoulders, with this being the left shoulder, this being the head. This move down here could be the inverse, the right shoulder for the inverse head and shoulders, allowing a C wave back up on Thursday or into the end of the day, starting at the end of the day on Wednesday. So if we sell down Wednesday morning and reset this thing back down and push it on down, I don't expect this to drop back down here and crash again. I really want to see this thing make a dip and then run on up here to 2.5 to 5.0 range on this MACD. So while it's waiting to do that, the actual histogram bars should go down and reset themselves back up. That could take all day tomorrow. They're 60-minute bars. So this could take all day tomorrow for it to work its way down, and it could be drawn out. It might not work its way down to zero at all. It's awful tall, so a sell-off would be bad for the bulls if it dropped really quickly. Instead, if it was a slow grind down, it might look more like this right here, as you can see. Just a slow grind down, and not actually until it finally dropped. And you'll notice that if you put the if you look at where the moving averages are at this point, you can see they did indeed run on up to this point, which is 5.0 approximately, as the histogram towers move down. And I really am kind of looking for the same thing. I'm not looking for this to dip down to zero. I think it was too strong of an up move to do that. So it might do it on the 30-minute chart, but I don't see it on the 60-minute chart. So that would again indicate maybe a move down a little bit, put an inverse head and shoulders, and then give you this move back up, which would be your ABC, an ABC move up into Thursday, possibly Friday. It might just chop sideways on Friday because it's or slightly down on Friday, simply because it's OPEX. They want to hold it up to let those puts expire worthless at whatever level that they want it to be at, which I think it's probably, the 130s, the 131s on the puts. They'd like to get up there and get above it so that those puts expire worthless. Go over here and you look here on a 30-minute chart, you can see, yes, it should definitely dip back down. It is already up here at negative or positive 2 and curling back down. So you would expect it to dip down tomorrow and then curl back up into the afternoon. And that's why you would see it move down, possibly down here and back test this. I don't really think it's going to do that. I don't think that's really too deep of a move. If it's going to go back up, okay, that's my point. But now, if I'm wrong on all of this, and there is and this is it, and we're going to go back down in a big massive wave down, then hey, it will go down here, hit this, and fall right back in here and take this low out. Honestly, I just don't see it yet. I think, again, it's OPEX. They're going to manipulate this. They're not going to let these people profit from all their puts that they bought. They're going to make them expire worthless. They're going to hold the tape up. So they'll dip it down a little bit, recycle it back up through the day, into the close, and you should see that little rally possibly into the close. Then it might drop back a little here the last 5 minutes as traders panic over the initial claims numbers coming out Thursday and not knowing what they are. But you got to figure after 6 weeks of down, you got to think that these traders are looking for the worst initial claims numbers out there. So anything at this point that meets expectations or beats it by a hair, that's just going to give them all the reason in the world to bail out of their shorts, thinking that a big rally's coming. Now, I'm not thinking that a big rally is coming. I'm just thinking a C wave will come up and hit again our target of about 1305, 1310, maybe up to 1320. But you know, that's stretching it. But it's still going to be the same thing: an A move, a B move, a C move is what I'm looking for. Same thing here, inverse head and shoulders. Here's your head, here's your left shoulder. Down here should be your left or your right shoulder, and then back up. That's what it looks to me like that's going to do. And you know, and then the fourth time, it, you know, obviously it should pierce through this level right here. So 15-minute chart not really give us anything, just tell us we should go down a little bit again, down in the morning, and you know, recycle back up towards the rest of the day. So assuming nothing major happens, that is what I'm looking for to happen. And that here on the SPY, as you can see, that could be a move all the way up to could be as much as this 131.5. That would be, but I don't think it's really going to get that high. Maybe more like this 131. They might close it around 131. It's hard to say. They might do that just for the purposes of, again, wiping out the put holders. Look at the silver here. It's not looking too good here on a weekly basis so far. Looks like it's ready to fall down again. It's going to turn at some point, but right now it's still bearish. And look at how it's holding this 50 mark right here. That's key. If it drops below 50 here on the RSI, on a big turn down, it's going to go deeper. It's going to fall even deeper. So keep that in mind. This is Cobra's chart, and you know, he's asking the question, it's third time the charm. I mean, it won't gap down. You know, I don't know how to answer that, but it might gap down, but I think it's going to return back up as well. So it could answer. It could. The only thing different in all these is, notice here, this peak line, this moving average line. Notice that the market was underneath it when it gapped down on that one, and here it was just barely above it, and then it gapped back down, but still in this channel. And at this time, it is quite a bit above it, and has actually turned it back up. Looks a lot different to me than this one here. This here kind of looks like it's just horizontal and just barely went above it. But this one here, it looks like it's a change in trend for the short term. So while I think it might gap down, I do think we're going to reverse back up and close slightly negative tomorrow, or maybe even positive, spinning top kind of pattern, and that is it. So as for next week, if we make it up here to this area, I'm looking for a turn date of the 21st to 22nd, possibly, meaning Monday can be up, even if it's just a little bit, and maybe put in a topping tail or something like that, and then sell off the rest of the week. But I think we need a positive close on a weekly basis. I know it's probably supposed to be a bearish again this week, but unless these jobs numbers are really, really bad, I don't think we're going to get it. I think we're going to get a positive close here on the weekly, just to kind of reset the charts a little bit. and then allow for a deeper move down the rest of June, I guess, next couple weeks afterwards, and easily tag this this moving average here, this 50, and maybe even go deeper. But 1250 should be taken out this next move down, and we should easily hit this 50 moving average here. That's at 1231, but I think we'll go deeper. I think we could go on down even close to this green 200 moving average at 1164 right now. And you know, you can clearly see on a weekly chart there's no signs of this turning back up. Even if we close positive this week, this thing is still burying itself. It's going straight down. It's not even hit nowhere near bottom yet. And here it is still way up here at 25. Look back here when it was here. It was also way up at 25. Look how much further it went down before it finally bottomed. It went down all the way to zero. All the way to zero and below zero. You should expect the same thing on this. So that tells you that, yeah, you could have a positive week in there like we did here. We've had a few positive weeks, but the continued trend is down until it bottoms, and you know, before it comes back up. So I think we got more selling to come after this bounce is over with. So that's it, guys. Good luck, and I shall see you on the blog if you decide to post. I know it's a little slow right now. Seems that everybody is, I guess, away for summer and just stop posting. But anyway, good luck, everyone.